Why doesn't love last? That's the question of the day, y'all. Y'all, and today we finna be making my big back worthy sandwich, y'all. I love this. This is my peanut butter sandwich. But yeah, y'all, that's the question of the day. Why doesn't love last? Because a lot of these relationships out here are not lasting. It's because love doesn't last. And y'all, trust me, I get it because I done been in love with some people, baby, that I won't even talk to this day, okay? My ex just texted me the other day talking about, hey, what's up, baby? I don't know why you in my inbox, but my standards, yes, bookity boop boop boop, my standards is up, okay? And y'all be careful, y'all, because see, it's about to be winter time. I think we in the fall right now, so you know they finna try to spin the block. But baby, I'm like, baby, I'm not the one because see, baby, we was together for over 2 years. So I already know you ain't no good in the summer, winter, spring, or fall. Okay? Miss me with it, Bookie. There's nothing up with me, love. Surely not. Surely not. And at this point, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest with you. My phone battery lasts longer than my relationships, okay? Cause what? Yeah, surely do. Surely do. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all why love don't last. Because see, I figured it out the other day, y'all. I surely did. I figured it out. Oh, hold on, let me make my sandwich real quick, y'all. I've been thinking about my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Y'all just have no idea. Surely don't. Hold on, y'all. Let me focus on this. But yeah, I figured out why love don't last, y'all. I surely did. Because see, I thought about all my relationships that I done been in, and I finally put the pieces together. Yep. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was just like Tina Turner. I had the same question Tina Turner had, baby. What's love got to do? Got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Okay. But y'all, I figured it out. I surely did. I surely did. Because y'all, this is the thing. I done dated some good women. I done dated some great women. I done dated some spectacular women. I done dated some women that were not so great, okay? We'll call them the devil's advocate. You see what I'm saying? So I done had every type, y'all. Really, really have. I done dated some mean women, some nasty women, some devil advocate women, I done dated them all. Like, it's sad to say, but I have, y'all, okay? Mm-hmm. And so I look back over what I've been through in my last relationships, and I know that there's only two reasons and two reasons only why love doesn't last. And when the love don't last, the relationship is gone, okay? But there's two reasons and two reasons only, y'all, why the love does not last. And I'm gonna let y'all know. Surely is, hold on, y'all, because I'm showing no concentrating. I'm making my big back worthy sandwich. So we finna do this, and then I'm gonna tell y'all. But see, y'all, this way helped me figure it out, y'all. Because see, I remember I dated this lady one time, and I loved her. We'll call her Lady B. I was in love with Lady B, and Lady B was in love with me. But the relationship didn't last, y'all. And I'm talking about, I thought that was gonna be a forever thing. Because when we first met, I met her online. And all I'm going to say is this. When I first laid eyes on Lady B, the first thing that came to my mind was starships and rockets in a world that don't give a what. Okay. No, but for real, y'all, we met online. And it was like, I'm going to say it was talk at first sight. Because since we talked online, we really didn't see each other first. We was just talking online. But when we first talked on the phone for the first time ever, we talked on the phone for like maybe 3 hours straight. And that's how I know, y'all, when I'm connected to somebody, because I don't really be talking on the phone like that. I'm more of a texter. My family tell me all the time, even my mom would be calling me, y'all, I press in on that call and straight up text somebody back, because I really don't talk on the phone like that. I really don't. And sometimes my mom would be like, girl, call me back. Well, mama, that ain't what you want. Just text it, love. So if I could just sit on the phone with you like that, oh, I got some kind of connection to you, because I really don't be on the phone like that. But anyways, we talked on the phone for like 3 hours straight, y'all. And after that, We talked for another 6 months because we stayed like farther away from each other. We stayed long distance. It was about 4 hours apart. But we talked on the phone for about 6 months, and we finally decided to meet up. And let me tell y'all something. When I saw Miss B step outside of that car in them high heel shoes, with them jeans fitting right so tight, with that perfect shirt on that go just right, baby, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad that you find out that he want it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Baby, I was ready to go to Zelle right there. Yeah, Zelle. And I'm talking about Zelle, the diamond store. And I ain't got no diamond money. I don't know how I was going to walk out with one of them people diamonds, but I was ready to do whatever. You hear me? Because I ain't had no money, but I was ready to go get it. I ain't got it, but, babe, I'm finna go get it, babe. Okay. But, me and her didn't last. And it's so sad, y'all. Because when I was thinking about it the other day, I figured out why me and her didn't last, and it was all my fault. Because, see, y'all, after we had met, we had still talked on the phone for another 6 months. So we did long distance for about a year. And even though it was hard, it was fun. Because, like, she made it fun. So what we would do, we would go on dates all the time, even though we really wouldn't see each other. Because we both worked. Even though we stayed 4 hours apart, our schedules was, like, different. So what we would do sometimes, she'll pick a restaurant that she had in her city and I had in my city, and we'll go there at the same time. We'll talk on the phone, and that'll be our date. Or we'll watch a movie together or something like that. You know what I'm saying? She was a real creative person, and that was another thing I liked about her. Hold on, y'all. This right here, big back worthy. I can eat it on the big back regular. Okay. But anyways, y'all, so it was creative. And finally, she was like, you know what? I'm tired of long distance. We need to be together. Like, I'm trying to be with you. And I'm like, cool, I'm with that too. So what we did, it was like 5 or 6 years ago, y'all. What we did, we just like picked a city that was halfway point for both of us. Because we stayed like 4 or 5 hours apart. And we transferred our job. We picked an apartment. And we moved in. And I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be our happily ever after. But really, that was the beginning to the end of us. And when I say, y'all, we were so in love, I'm talking about, listen, anytime we would ride in the car, we'd be holding hands. We all googly-eyed at each other. Baby, y'all know how it goes. Stop playing. Y'all know how it goes. Stop playing. This right here, I call this my big back worthy sandwich. Best thing you'll ever eat, y'all. But, what I was saying? Oh, yeah. She used to always do sweet stuff. Like, she know I love to travel. So we worked all the time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no money. We had to work all the time. So anytime that we would have like a day off or whatever, she'll plan like small mini trips. You know, maybe going 30, 45 minutes away just to experience something new. And I always catered to her love language. I would just buy her little knickknacks and stuff and send it to her job. Like, we was in love, y'all, you know? And y'all, I'm so sorry. This was got my mind gone. I ain't even finna lie to y'all. But long story short, y'all, we ended up breaking up because after about a year of us living together, she was getting serious. She was like, you know, she used to tell me all the time, I think you the one. Like, I think we should just go ahead and get married. Keep in mind, y'all, I've never been married before. And I think my longest relationship was maybe 3 years, maybe. So it wasn't like I wanted to marry her, but I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared. So once she started talking about marriage, I started reevaluating our relationship. Now keep in mind, this lady ain't do nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong. Like, if anything, she catered to me. I catered to her. Like, I can't sit here and think, and that's why I keep thinking, like, I can't think of nothing that I really would change about this lady. And that's the sad part. And this is why I say I have figured out why love doesn't last. So anyways, once she started talking about marriage, I started reevaluating our relationship, because I know one or two things. Either she was getting ready to propose to me, or she wanted me to propose to her. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I came up with it. Anytime she would ask me about it, I was like, nah, because I used to tell her she tricked me. And I used to tell her she tricked me because she never really told me she loved me, though. That's the thing. But now, y'all, for her defense, I'm gonna say this. For her defense, she's really not a vocal person. Like, she's not a person that use her words a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to always tell her, well, I don't know if I want to marry you, because I don't know if you love me like that, because you never don't really tell me you love me. Like, if we on the phone or something and we be like, okay, but I love you, yeah, like that. But me, I'm a person that if I'm with somebody, I'm going to tell you all the time, because I just, I like words of affirmation, right? So I'm just going to express it all the time. I'm going to tell you stuff. That's just my style. That's my swag. That's what I do, okay? Suave, that's me. Yeah, just know that. And she told me, when I told her that, she was surprised, and she was like, I can't believe you told me that. She was like, I show you I love you every day. Which she do, y'all. Which she did at that time. I haven't talked to her in years. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do be trying to find her. I be trying to look her up. I haven't been able to find her or nothing. But she was like, I show you every day by the things that I do for you. And which is true, y'all. Like, she would really, for instance, okay, she would plan little trips because she know I like to travel. She would always get off of work before I do. And she would always have me a snack, because she know as soon as I get home, I don't like to eat a big meal. I like to eat like a little snack. And then I eat dinner. So she would always have me a snack. Anytime she go to the grocery store, she made sure she, hey, I know you like this. If she would basically, she would never go somewhere and get herself something without getting me something. Like, she did little small things that she knew I liked. So I was like, okay, cool. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you really love me like that. So long story short, y'all, one day I was at work and I had went on lunch break, and I had basically went to lunch with my coworker. So it was kind of like a lunch date. And when I came back, she was at my job because she was surprising me with lunch. Now, that wasn't no surprise, because she always did little small stuff like that. Like, she always would surprise me with something, pop up at my job or something like that. So it really wasn't no big deal to me, because she do that all the time. But now when we got back and I saw her there, she really ain't say nothing about it. And she wasn't going to say nothing about it at that time, because she's not that type of person to, like, try to shine in public or talk a lot, I can't even talk right now, y'all. Let me eat this sandwich. But she wasn't that type of person to, make a big deal in public. So when I got home, she was like, hey, why was you at lunch with that lady? And I was like, oh, that's my coworker, whatever. We just went to lunch. So she was like, oh, I don't want you to go on lunch with that lady. And I said, why? She was like, oh, because I see the way that lady look at you, and I see how that lady talk to you. I don't want you going to lunch with that lady no more. Now, keep in mind, y'all, we was already getting into small arguments, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to tell her that once we had started talking about the marriage thing, pretty much I started nitpicking everything she do. And I was like, man, I kind of feel like you giving me a love of a mother instead of a love of a girlfriend or a wife, because she did cater to me. Like, she catered to me anything I wanted. Like, she'll make sure I have dinner. She'll get me a snack. She'll, have my clothes ready. She'll do little stuff like that. So once I started nitpicking everything she did, I'm like, yeah, you remind me of my mother, not my girlfriend or something like that. So by her telling me that she didn't want me to go to lunch on the lunch date with this lady, I'm like, now you trying to pick my friends? So basically that created another argument. Not to mention, she was like, well, okay, I see. That's why you don't want to marry me, because you want to entertain other women. So basically that one incident turned into a whole big thing. So in order to please her, I just told her I wasn't going to go to eat lunch with that lady no more. But y'all know I was lying, right? Because I went to lunch with that lady multiple times. And once that happened, I'm going to say about another 8 months went by. And she found out that I was still going to lunch with that lady. And I never stopped going to lunch with that lady. And then after that, she really ain't trust me. She really ain't trust me because keep in mind, we was having a disagreement because the whole marriage thing was still going on for like 8 months. And so I was telling her straight up, like, you don't cater to my love language, which is words of affirmation. I'm big on words of affirmation, y'all. Like, for real. Like, I'm the type of person, if we get dressed to go somewhere and I put that on, and you know I'm going to put it on, yeah. Baby, you need to tell me I'm fine. I already know I'm fine, but just tell me I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to tell her that, and I ain't going to lie. I wasn't cheating on her, but I was enjoying the words of affirmation that I get from other women that I deal with on a daily basis. Like women I work with, maybe I go in the store, if I'm in the mall or something like that, they be like, oh, Zen, you look good, you smell good, this and that, this and that. I was soaking it up like a little sponge. I ain't gonna lie, I was soaking it up. I wasn't in, I don't know, y'all. Yeah, I was soaking it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Long story short, we broke up. Because once she found out that I was still going to eat lunch with that lady, she pretty much didn't trust me after that. So after that, she was like more reserved. She wasn't doing all the things she used to do, right? Hold on, y'all. She wasn't doing all the things she used to do. Because me knowing what I know now that I'm older and more mature, yeah, she shut down basically because she didn't trust me. But that was my reason to say, yeah, I'm right. You don't love me like that. See, that's my reason. So instead of me trying to work it out, I was saying, boom, this all the more reason why we don't need to get married. So long story short, when our lease was up, because we lived in that apartment for 2 years, when we started having trouble, we had about 6 months left on our lease. After that, she was like, it was like 8 months. We had like 8 months left on our lease, but when it was time to renew the lease, she was like, I don't want to renew the lease. That was pretty much her telling me I don't want to be with you no more. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we was pretty much just coexisting with each other at this point, y'all. Like, for those last 8 months, we was just living together. Like, we wasn't doing anything. We wasn't really hanging out. We'll go to work, come home. She'll go in the spare bedroom because we wasn't even sleeping in the same room at that time. She'll go in the spare bedroom. I'll go in the room. We wasn't eating dinner together. If we have the same day off, she'll leave or I will leave. Like, we didn't do nothing together. It was sad. It's sad. It was sad. So when we broke up, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I did miss her. When we broke up, and I did miss her. Like, I did miss her. But I didn't cry though. I was sad, but I didn't cry. I didn't go into like no deep depression or nothing like that. But I didn't cry though. And y'all, this is the thing. I keep emphasizing that I didn't cry because, see, in my last relationship, that was the worst relationship I ever been in. I'm talking about the worst relationship I ever been in my whole entire life. And when we broke up, I cried so hard I had to Google how to stop crying. I had to Google how to stop crying. I'm talking about I was getting an argument with Siri. Like, Siri, how to stop crying? Siri would tell me something to do, and I'll do it. I'll be like, Siri, you lying. I did it, and it don't work because I'm still crying. Like, I cried. But see, y'all, this is the thing. I wasn't crying because I missed her. I wasn't crying because I wanted to be with her. I was crying because in that last relationship, I had been manipulated. I had been used. I had been abused physically and mentally. I was crying because I couldn't figure out, like, how could I let somebody bring me so low? So low. You know what I'm saying? How could I let somebody just use me like that? So I was crying because I didn't recognize myself. So as I was thinking about that the other day, like, why love don't last? Love don't last for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. One of the reasons is you loving somebody who don't love you back. The second reason is you don't know how to grow in love. I'm going to say this again. You're loving somebody who don't love you back, or you don't know how to grow in love. And what I mean by that, for instance, the lady B who I told you about. Now, that lady did everything right by me. I'm talking about everything right by me. I didn't know how to grow in love with her. I fell in love with her, but I didn't know how to grow in love with her. And what I mean by that is, to be perfectly honest, that lady was loving me through my love language the whole time. Because before we started living together, we was long distance for a year. So all the long nights and all the things that we talked about, she was loving me through action, pretty much what it was. She wasn't vocal, but she was loving me through action. And just to be perfectly honest, I never really told her that my love language was words of affirmation because I honestly didn't know. I didn't know that my love language was words of affirmation until I got into a relationship with a woman who was being the woman that she should be and loving me through all the actions that I told her I enjoyed. I told her that I love to travel. So what she did, she used to always plan mini vacations. Even if we couldn't take a real vacation, she would plan mini vacations. I told her that, hey, I don't like to eat dinner when I get off work. I like a snack. She had me a snack. Everything that I told her I liked, she was doing. And she was loving me through actions. And why I said I didn't know how to grow in love, because once I got a woman who was loving me through actions, right? She was treating me like I was her little rose in a garden. She was pouring into me. And by her pouring into me, I was able to excel in life. I had that certain glow about me. And now that I'm excelling in life and I got a certain glow about me, now I'm attracting all type of women around me now. And then I learned that, hey, I love words of affirmation, because now what? Now that I'm glowing, all these women are giving me these words of affirmation. And now I realize, okay, I like words of affirmation. That makes me feel good. But this is what the problem was. See, once I found that I love that, because make no mistake, you can date someone for 20 years and still learn something new about them. You can be married to someone for 40 years and every single day you're going to learn something new about them, because you're not going to be the same person that you were 20 years ago. You're not going to be the same person that you was last year. So what I didn't understand was, I need to be able to grow in love with someone, because as I'm changing and as the things that I like change, it's my job to let my girlfriend or my wife know that, hey, this is what I like now. And not only is it my job to tell them what I like, it's my job to give them grace to adjust to it. You see what I'm saying? So what I should have done was say, hey, I like words of affirmation, but now it was my time to pour into her, because she had done poured into me so much. So now it's my time to give her grace and say, dang, babe, this is what I like. And now I have to love her correctly and give her time to mature on her own so that she can learn how to love me in this type of way. So that relationship ended because I didn't know how to grow in love with someone. I know how to fall in love. And y'all, make no mistake, as humans, we can fall in love with just about anybody. Which brings me to my second reason why love doesn't last. Love doesn't last because you're loving someone who don't love you back. And it's very, very easy. It's very, very, very easy to fall in love with someone who do not love you, y'all. It's very easy. And the first reason is because we're human. Falling in love is just in our nature. That's something that we enjoy doing. It's like a gift that we have. This is why you will see somebody who fall in love with the most authentic, pure, genuine person that you will ever meet. But you can also see somebody fall in love with the most hatefulest, evilest person that you will ever meet. And I'm going to tell you why, y'all. Because it's all about perception. And what I mean by that, say for instance, if I go on a date with somebody and I meet them for the first time, if they pass the eye check, it's a 95% chance that I'm going to fall in love with that person if that person do the bare minimum. And what I mean by if they pass the eye check, if I meet somebody and I'm attracted to them, the first thing I start doing mentally is forming a perception of them. I start thinking about how great my life would be with this person. I start thinking about the type of life that we can live. And what's happening now is I'm building a false reality in my head. So if that person just do the very bare minimum, there's a 95% chance that I'm going to fall in love with that person. And the truth of the matter is, I'm never going to really know who that person really is until they hurt me bad enough to detach me from that false perception that I have created in my head. This is why you see people fall in love with the wrong people. For instance, my last relationship, that I thought I was in love with her. I thought I was in love with her, but I wasn't in love with her. I was in love with the things that she would tell me. Because her actions never showed me that she loved me. Never. Her actions always showed me that she was selfish, she was manipulating me, and she was using me to get whatever she can get and take whatever she can take. Her actions always left me stranded on a desert island alone, trying to figure out how I'm going to swim to the shore for survival. But her words, her words always hugged me, squeezed me real tight, let me know that she loved me, and let me know that everything was going to be all right. So make no mistake, y'all, it's very easy to fall in love with the wrong person. And it's very easy to not try to grow in love when you fall in love with the right person. And those are the only two reasons why love doesn't last. There's no other reason that love does not last. But y'all, a very quick way to know if you're falling in love with the wrong person or the right person, you can always do a quick test. And if you do this test, you can always make sure that you're falling in love with someone who loves you. And it's very simple. Just ask yourself this one question. If the person that you're interested in, or if the person that you're with, if this person could not talk, if this person couldn't speak, they couldn't do no sign language, would their actions make you feel loved? I'm going to say that again. If the person cannot talk, they can't speak at all, they can't do no sign language, they can hear, they can see, they can understand, they just can't talk, would their actions make you feel loved? If the answer is no, then baby, you're not in love with that person. You in love with the things that they tell you. If the answer is yes, then it's clear that person loves you. It's just that simple, y'all. Always remember, when it comes to love, two things apply to love that you can always know. When it comes to love, words are used to manipulate you, actions are used to convince you. Once again, words are used to manipulate you, actions is here to convince you. Remember that, y'all. And I'm finna go and get out of here. But as always, it's been fun being back on with y'all. And please recognize your worth, baby. I don't care what they tell you. You worth more than gold. Okay? You are from more than gold, baby. Remember, if they can't speak, will their actions make you feel loved?